Beaver Sports Radio Network. It is a true pleasure to welcome to the show this Tuesday night. We've done it all year long in terms of welcoming an athlete from OSU Athletics, a student athlete, as an everyday champion, brought to you by Target. Target congratulates this week Everyday Champion as a company structured entirely of teams. Target understands how crucial each and every team member is on and off the field. Target, a proud partner with OSU Athletics. And it is a pleasure to welcome this week's Everyday Champion with her entire team here, I think, to cheer her on. Let's hear it for Danya Rumore, our Everyday Champion this week. Good evening, Danya.
Good evening.
Your story, and we only have about 5 minutes, and it's not enough time to talk about. I read the interview, and for fans who haven't, I recommend OSUBeavers.com and find the link to the Everyday Champion to read what I think may be the most eloquent interview that I've ever come across on the website. And I just need to share, I wrote down one of the quotes. Here is what she says about her. This is online now, and we'll have her elaborate. Quote, "My college cross-country and track career has been a maelstrom, a torrent of elation and disappointment." Quote, unquote. Now, that's pretty impressive. And to elaborate on that, well, we'll start there, Danya. There's a lot to talk about with you. But what about that? I mean, what do you mean by all of those wonderful words?
My cross-country career, cross-country and track has just been a lot of up and down. I've been through 3 stress fractures, a lot of different injuries, transferred schools, had national career or hopes, aspirations that I didn't get to realize. So there's just a lot of up and down. But through it, I've had really good supportive teams, really amazing coaches. So it's had the ups and the downs, like I said, the beauties and the disappointments. So for me, it's been kind of a constant challenge, but I've also learned a lot from that, so I take a lot from my running career with me.
And when you talk about the ups and downs in the team, and you transferred from Willamette University where you ran and competed for Coach Sullivan, who's here now, what about all of your teammates out here tonight at McMenamins, what they've meant to you?
They're amazing. It's the most amazing team. To watch this team grow from kind of a startup team 3 years ago to come into it 2 years ago, and to see where all these girls are at today is just, for me, it's rewarding to be part of this team, just to be part of it and see it.
You know, time again fails, but this person to my right, Danya Rumore, is a finalist for a Fulbright grant to study environmental management issues in New Zealand. That's tremendous. The Fulbright to be in that finalist category. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What was the process to even get yourself in that position, and when will you know whether you're actually going to get that Fulbright?
The actual application process began for me sometime late last summer, and I actually just started making contacts in New Zealand. I knew that New Zealand was my target country. I wanted to go there to study environmental management because environmental management in New Zealand, it's a growing area there. There's a lot of sustainability initiatives. It's also a small country, so it's a great place to study how these initiatives are actually working, whether they're being effective, what the environmental policies are actually doing. So I started making contacted people in the government, at the University of Auckland where I want to study, in the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment, just all these different contacts, and started putting together my proposal, which I actually turned in, I think it was sometime in November. And so sent that in, and then it's just a wait process until I actually heard that I was a finalist at the end of January. And the problem with that is that now I have to wait sometime between now and June. They give you a large breadth of time for when I'll actually hear from the commission in New Zealand whether or not I'm actually selected for a grant.
Now, you were honest enough to admit in the online interview that for all of your interest in New Zealand and its environmental issues and sustainability, you also say that you're kind of looking forward to backpacking there, too,
oh, yeah,
to really see the environment, right? Tell us where this whole interest in environmental studies came from.
It's hard for me to trace that back. I grew up rambling through the forest and playing in the mountains. So for me, it's just in my blood. It's a place I love to be. And so I think the environment is very important to me for that reason, but also just for the social and environmental sustainability, looking at the human relationship with the environment in general and, having a future for human society.
The music that we hear that you're hearing means we're out of time. And I'm really sorry because you deserve a lot more, and there's many more things we'd like to get into. So I'm hoping that maybe on our local show here, on our local flagship station, we can have you on soon to talk more about it. In the meantime, Danya, congratulations.
Nice to meet you.
Let's hear it for Danya Rumore from the OSU cross country team joining us tonight. She wants to work in Yellowstone National Park this summer. and then plans on competing in the Chicago Marathon in October. She's been in one triathlon and won it, and she's going to be in some more, too. So very interesting person, great athlete and student here. An honor to have her with us tonight. Thanks to all of you for joining us. We'll see you again next Tuesday night. Beaver Sports Talk from McMenamins on the Beaver Sports Network.